Oh yeah, you guys hearing me? Check, check. Oh yeah. Let's see here. What do we got in the house? We got Lori Gale. Lori Gale's in the house. Hey Lori. You're the only person that's commented so far. The other two people are probably Tim Osmond. Maybe Rob's out there. Not sure. Had to set up my e-cig. It's a healthy alternative. So, I figured maybe I'd start the show off with the topic of racial division. Oh, no! I was hoping I could get somebody on here with me. I mean, Lori, you're more than welcome to join if you'd like. We could talk about the effects of race-baiting media. What it means when the system puts a white guy in as president after we had a black president for 8 years. Yeah, it's a late night show. Where are you at? You're up in the Northeast, right? From what I remember, you're in Connecticut or Rhode Island or Pennsylvania or something like that, right? Yeah, so it's 12:20 in the morning. I was telling somebody in a comment, I'm jealous of that land that you have over there. I know you said it's not really all your land and that you're renting the place. But you get to go out on those walks. And you got woods right there. You got fields. You got it all right there. You don't have any mountains over there, though, do you? Yeah. I'm in Orlando right now. Have you ever been to Orlando? Oh, you got the Catskills? Is that the Catskills? Oh, no. That's the Appalachians over in Pennsylvania. Be right back. It's the Appalachian Mountains, I think. Oops. I'm supposed to turn the camera off for that one. Whoa. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah. On Thursday nights, I could go much earlier. I could start at 6, 7, 8 o'clock. I think I could start at 8 o'clock on Thursday nights if I really wanted to. Same with Monday nights. Mondays and Thursdays, I could come on at 8 o'clock at night. I think that's what I might start doing. I'd like to get a bunch of people in here. I'd like to make it where pretty much anything goes on my show. I appreciate what John LeBon does with his show, where he makes sure everything is, one at a time, so that everyone gets a chance to speak their voice and so that everything is clear. But oh yeah, I know. I should go on Jed's show. Last night after he saw my show, or my test, it was just a test. It was just me hanging out. I was back and forth. He was so excited. We exchanged emails and we wrote several emails back and forth between each other. He's a very conscious guy. I didn't get through you guys' entire hangout. That was pretty long. But I was jealous I didn't get to be on the panel. Did you guys go twice now? Jed's over in Scotland, and it's tough for him time-wise for someone who's in Florida. Falls right on that, 7 hour or 5 hours or 7 hour sweet spot. Oh yeah, I know. Jed's cool. He's cool with me. I don't know if he would have ever said that he was flat Earth. I know for a while he was leaning. He has come out and said publicly that he was leaning towards flat Earth, pretty hardcore. But has decided to become just basically a globe Earth skeptic instead of saying that the Earth is flat. But when you think about it, if you want to get philosophical, the Earth, as far as you can see it, is flat. It is. Nobody could prove it. I mean, you could prove that what's immediately visible, you can prove that is flat. You take a ruler. You get up in the 20th floor of a hotel that's on the beach and you grab a ruler, put it across the bar, you see nothing's curving. Not to the left, not to the right, not in front of you. Nothing's curving. So as far as you can see, the Earth is flat. You want to break down the semantics of it all. And that's a factual statement. Now, we start talking about the definition of what is a fact. That's when things get hairy. It could be argued that nothing's a fact. It could be argued that everything's a fact. I know what's fact. Let's see how many people are watching live. I got 6 viewers. So that's 3 people and 3 Tim Osmond accounts. So, like I said in the promo video, guys, If you got questions to ask me, comments, I'm just here to respond live on the air. If you want to come on and you're not Tim Osmond, I'll let you on. If you send a link in Skype under a fake name and you're still Tim Osmond, I'm not going to be able to confirm it, so I'm not going to let you on. Lee Harvey Hitler. I love that name. That's the best name. I'm just doing the grind. Flat Earth Fight Club. Is that Tim Osmond? You see, Tim, you ruined it for everybody, man. You just ruined everything for anybody. You ruin it more for yourself too. Eventually, you're gonna burn the bridge that you're standing on. Fucking retard. You're a piece of shit, Tim Osmond. You're fucking boring, bro. That train is 14 miles away from me, if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear that train in the background? It's 14 miles away from me. Life's nothing but a bunch of slow processes. Anything good? Anything worth anything takes time. Now we got everything set up. Hey, Victoria Sarton's in the house. What's going on, Victoria? Tim Osmond is Bill Hicks. Victoria, have you and Lori ever chatted on Skype with each other? Have you guys? Hey, Vic. Have you guys ever chatted on Skype with each other? Just chat. Who's Chris Everard? Is that like a Hollywood celebrity? Hey, Chris Truth Seeker. Who's Chris Everard? Who is that? Oh, wow. Quasi-luminous. Flat Earth Fight Club. Is that you, Tim Osmond? Truth Frequency Radio. Is he the guy that runs it? Oh, yeah, let's talk about Patricia's house. Okay, so, all right, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but let's just assume, I know it's a stretch, but let's just assume Patricia's just a real person. She's not working for any satanic agencies or any government agencies. Let's just assume she's a real person. All right, we know she's rich. We know she's stacked. She doesn't work. Her dad had some kind of, owned all these radio stations, and they got bought out by some big corporation. She's stacked for life. She just doesn't have to work. She probably bought her store that she brags about having one's own, just cash. She probably just bought it cash from her daddy's inheritance. So we know she's stacked. So we know that she's been spoiled her whole life. We know that she's a narcissist, an extreme narcissist. We know that she's been bragging about buying some custom built, one of a kind, special house on the hillside in some snooty tooty part of Houston. She goes over to the UK. Okay, so what I'm thinking happened is that her lease ran out on her apartment, and she already had the house thing set up long before. When she was living in the apartment, she already had the house set up, her new house that she's supposed to be going into. And in the interim, she needed a place to stay. So she decided she'd go on vacation, go over there and hook up with the subway rat, and go over there and probably cheat on him with Mr. Flat Taxi. Because that guy looks all fucked up by her too. He's a longtime subscriber of mine, and I got nothing against the guy. He probably is unsubbed for me. I got to go check. He might have unsubbed for me now after what I said last night, but I doubt it. Probably wasn't listening to me. But the guy looks like Patricia got to him. She looks like she got to him, and it looks like her whole trip to the United Kingdom was just basically a placeholder. She knew she wasn't going to stay there. I don't know if Antonio thought that he was going to, have this woman in his life from then on, but she had no intentions of staying there. It's quite obvious. And these guys are basically just, her whole adventure in the UK is just basically a placeholder. What do you guys think? Well, I guess you guys aren't listening, and maybe you don't even care what I'm saying. It's okay, though. It's okay. Just got off of a 5.5-hour shift. Taking it real easy. Oh. There's no way around that stupid delay either, is there? So your guys' comments come to me, and then when I immediately respond to it, you don't see it for another 10 seconds. Next comment that comes through, I'm going to immediately read it. Tinfoil Hatter. Why would they lie, Ohio? Way to go, by the way. Yeah. I got to check out this. They Lie, I guess, made a series. Is it a Moon series? And They Lie, don't you have to be up in like 4 hours and 22 minutes from now? Putting yourself in a position there, bro. Preppy series. I'm in Orlando, Florida. Prepping's the last thing on my mind. Probably should be one of the first things on my mind. I know Lori would say it should be. What else you guys want to talk about? You see that? Good times. Good times. Yeah. Yeah, Patricia lies. She's a freaking sociopath. She sits there and straight up says it in the camera. On my show, nobody's banned. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. She banned so many people. It's insane. After a while, after I initially trolled, I came back and I was still watching her shows, and I actually had nice stuff to say, stuff to contribute, but I was banned. She'll never know, I was going to give her another chance. She fucked up. Patricia done fucked up. She's stupid. Who's Rain Griffin? She fracked up. She done fucked up. Patricia's chat has been reduced to Eugenia Walker, Bob from Glowbusters, and a small handful of other loyal devotees. And then there's some cool people in there that she lets in there. Victoria's in there. She lets it. Oh, that's just because Victoria is nice, so she's allowed anywhere. A bunch of other people in there too, but yeah, it's about as controlled as it gets. I mean, it's mostly just Eugenia telling Bob how awesome he is and how pretty his wife is over and over and over and over and over again. Flat Earth Fight Club says Patricia is queen of potato fantasy new age fuck club. And ain't that the fucking truth? Excuse my language. Just got done working 5 hours. I didn't get stiff not once tonight. Miracle. Usually once a night. Some piece of shit doesn't realize that gasoline isn't fucking free. And they also don't think about the fact that they're ordering food that's being brought to them by someone that they didn't pay the next time that they bring the food back to them. It's like that. They don't realize. They don't realize what they're doing to themselves when they do that shit. They just really don't know. Yeah, a courier of fucking dough and tomato sauce. Well, I mean, you're not so. I mean, I've never seen Victoria. I've never seen you. I mean, get outright nasty with anybody. I've seen you lay the smack down, but I've never seen you get, ugly like us guys get. Yeah, yeah. Lori, who pissed you off? Who pissed you off? I'll troll him. I'll get him back for you. I'm just kidding. But really though, who's messing with you? Yeah, ordering a pizza. It's not just pizza that I deliver, but work for a couple different companies. But a lot of times people don't realize just getting one pizza can be over $20. I've delivered pizzas that are like $35 just for one pie because of the toppings they want and this, that, and the other, and where they are. And some people do it on a regular basis, almost nightly basis. I have almost nightly customers eating, some of the worst food that you can possibly eat. Well, it's just so funny how, like, where is Antonio now? Is he trying to make amends with all the people that he attacked on behalf of Patricia? I remember them saying your name, but I don't remember what they had said about you. Someone asked how old I am earlier. I forgot to say I'm 38. Just a little boy, 38. Be back in about 2 seconds. I got to refill this thing. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay. I'm back. Nothing but good times. So I was thinking about it. I was thinking about the fact that all you guys, this group of people that's here with me right now, you've been with me a long time. You've known who I am for a long time. Probably around when I released my first speaking video, even some of you. And now you're here to support me on my first official live stream as a YouTuber. I mean, last night I did it, but it didn't count. But you guys are here, so thanks so much. Like I say, much respect. Thank you. And if you really think about it, you know what's the sweetest of all? That Tim Osmond's here with me. I mean, he's here too on my first night. I mean, he was there last night too, but he's here on my first night with me. That's love. That's real respect. Knowing that I know what he knows that I know that I know. And he's still here. Wake the sheeple. It's loaded up right here. Okay. Let's go back. Beyond the imaginary curve. He wants to mess with Lori. Why, dude? How? Why? The hell did Lori Gale do to you, man? Give it a rest, bro. With your satanic neck tattoos, all your satanic occultism. Ugh. I didn't even think about it until Jed pointed that stuff out. I said to myself, "Wow." I mean, it's so obvious, but I just usually dismiss people's tattoos. I don't have tattoos. I don't like them really. Whatever. But Jed took a look and found out that the stuff's all, Freemason. It's all occult. It's all satanic. It's all witchcraft and sorcery. It's all the crap that Patricia steers into, really. And Mark Sargent. And the dude says he doesn't want to be on their shows. He says he turned them down. That's not going to last forever. He's going to show up there. Eventually, he's going to show up there. I mean, I don't even know who the Potatoes are anymore. It's kind of broken apart. There used to be a group I called the Magnificent Seven, and that would have consisted of Jaron, Bob, Nathan, Oakley, Patricia. Nathan, Antonio, Patricia, Mark Sargent, and David Weiss. That was your Magnificent Seven. But they've all split up. They sometimes appear on each other's shows. But they were the ones that, the seven of them, with their little united front, that's when the top brass looked the most suspect. That's when they looked the most like they were from a government organization. Lee Harvey Hitler is 36. I mean, you say that they threw Lori under the bus. These comments were sent a while back, about 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. So just bear with me, guys. They threw Lori under the bus, huh? Oh, thanks, Lori. Say I look younger than Jed. When I'm fresh shaved, I look even younger. And this light is intentionally bad. I want it dark. Tim Osmond says that Lori Gale is the next hot potato. Fucking ridiculous, bro. Fucking ridiculous, bro. Top brass is getting rusty. They're getting fucking crusty. They're getting crusty. There's not much left to say about Flat Earth. Who's a potato fan? Jerry never needed Bob. Here's the thing about Bob, guys. Just because someone looks like a big sweet teddy bear That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Snakes in the grass, you say? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Victoria, why can't people see how fake Patricia is for a truth community? Many people are blind. She's beyond fake. I mean, she's just a. See, when Antonio did his little 2-hour thing, talking all that trash about Patricia, part of me thought he's the one doing everything that he's saying she did. Maybe he's the one that did everything to her. Because if you think about it, he's also a sociopathic psycho, a creepy weirdo. Okay. So why wouldn't he, being the bullying, creepy weirdo that he is, it looked like he was telling us the story as if she had done those things to him, but he was trying to. It's just a classic sociopath technique. It's not even a technique. It's a faux pas, and he was just projecting all the crap he had done to her, projecting it back on himself. But then again, think about who he was talking about. It's Patricia. You look at her, you see the way she talks. You see that the horror of it all. The fakeness, man. I mean, she's beyond fake. I mean, she's see-through. She's like a bad movie character. It's like a really, really bad actor who's... Say more. You could go on for days. You could go on for days about the social dynamics of how their little clique formed, when it formed. I mean, YouTube Contemporary and fellow content producer John LeBon is going to be doing his show. All about that. Metafe. I think there's been 3 pilots so far. I was on the first pilot, and I was on the third pilot. On the third pilot, I asked him about 15 or so questions. Yeah, I heard that they met too. Another guy I used to speak to who's not really involved that much anymore, at least as much as far as I know, in a private Google Hangout amongst 3 people, one of which was me. This other guy told me that they've known each other for a long time and that she was on some vegan kick for a long time. This is a separate call now, that she was on some vegan kick and she was the head of, or trying to be the head of, some other bullshit Facebook community concerning that stuff, or some other kind of witchcraft, some other kind of sorcery. And she's been doing it for a long time. And this is her life because she's never had to work because of her rich daddy. Psychopaths attract psychopaths. I mean, that's true, Vic. And sadly, maybe that means I'm a psychopath too, because I'm the one sitting here watching them all. But then that means we're all psychopaths then. And to a certain degree, there might be a little bit of merit in that notion, because to be as far down a rabbit hole as this, to where you've discovered things that you straight up can't even tell most people. You got to be kind of a little bit of a different breed. I'm not saying that other breed is something like from the movie They Live or something, where we're all evil and we're like entities, or we all like lizard freaks or something, or that we have a different, bloodline from Cain or some shit like that. But there's just a certain strand in the human species. There's a couple separate groups, I think. But I think that the alphas, the people like us, at least the cerebral alphas, I think that we are very powerful, and that each one of us has the potential to be good or evil. Generally, some people have the potential to become Patricia, while others will go and become my perspective Rory. A good person with a good soul who does good things, but is just as powerful as others who choose to use that for evil. Yeah, now there's repeat guests on our show all the time. I mean, like the other day, episode 132, she surrounded herself with a huge panel of people that just, I mean, the one girl looked like she didn't even want to be there. The one who kept adjusting her camera the whole time. She looked like she was just like forced to be there. And the other people, they're just like all chipper and eager. Ex-stranger, he looks like he's kind of over it now. He's like, yeah, whatever, I'll be on here. But I bet Patricia just straight up begs these people to come on there to, basically fucking validate herself so that she's not alone. She wants the world to see all these people. They fucking like me. They're all my friends. And really, they just like getting on your platform, Patricia. They like getting on your big platform, trying to make themselves look good and put themselves over. Everything that those people say is so calculated, except for the one dipshit, the guy who drinks piss. He just doesn't even know how to fucking communicate. He seems like a nice guy, nice enough guy, though. I don't want to keep picking on these people, on that guy. He tried me and his shit sucked. His little insult thing that he tried to do to me it was just bad. Me and my girlfriend just like, come on, bro, you can do better, when we saw it. But the guy didn't really care that much. I'm not going to keep harassing him. I've already fucked him up in a roasted potatoes video that I did. I'm not going to keep fucking with that guy. Yeah, if I could have a guest on here, I'd be more than willing to tell them some behind the scenes shit that happened to me. Mark and Patricia are working together. There's no doubt about that. It's the end of the story. Lori says I did good on the Metafe. I don't know which one you're saying, the first one or the second one, or the first one or the third one. Because in the first one, I came on there and I said everyone's being an energy vampire. I don't think anyone understood what I was saying. Yeah, it is time for people to start coming forward. There's a story I want to tell. There's a story I want to tell about Patricia. But there's something standing in my way. It's a person. And to involve them, I can't do that because they've never done me wrong. So I can't do them wrong. If they wouldn't be guilty of anything. They didn't do anything bad. Just the fact that they were used as a conduit for someone else's evil. And they were fooled by that person. So I don't want to throw them under the bus. But let's just leave it at the fact that Patricia is really bad at trying to manipulate people. She's arrogant about it now. You know, when you've been doing it for so long, you just get arrogant. You just stop caring and you just, you know. She didn't even try hard anymore. Her manipulations are so fucking blatant. They're so disgusting. They're so obvious. They're so fucking see-through. She's so brazen with her sociopathy. It's fucking disturbing. I don't know why these people are so eager to get up on her platform. I mean, they're eager to get on her platform. I don't see how they're so eager to be associated with her, though. She's the worst. You know, she's a dime a dozen. You see girls like that. You see women like that all the fucking time. She's empty. She has no personality. That's why she's just tries to fill it up with all this crap. She don't sit there like Victoria and Lori do and have deep introspective times to themselves. She don't do that kind of stuff. She's not a real woman. She's a nasty pig. And she's a psychopath. Ex-stranger told you to fuck up. Man, you gotta be. Is that true? He really told you fuck off? That guy? Why he thinks he's a big shot? Because he was on fucking Stefan Molyneux. Stefan Molyneux's a fucking joke, man. I saw Stefan Molyneux, I saw 2 or 3 of his videos back in 2012 or something, and fell asleep, you know, in the middle of the first one, tried to watch 2 more, and I was like, man, this guy's so full of disinformation. This shit is this is like quarter truth. This ain't even half truth. This shit is quarter truth. Fucking weak shit. Stefan Molyneux is a fucking joke, man. And this guy's fucking Stranger X is trying to brag because he was on that crap show? Is that why he thinks he's so fucking high and mighty, telling people to fuck off? People that have been here for a long ass time, like Victoria? Lori just says, I just let people tell me what they talked about. I just let people tell me what happened. Lori says she'll be on as long as I could do one earlier in the day. You know, I'm gonna try for 8:30 or 9 or 8:30, 9 p.m. on Thursday then. I guess Victoria's got some secrets, you know. You know, Flat Earth Fight Club says, "Don't keep secrets, Victoria. We're all family." Victoria, you and I think alike. I don't know where you hear this stuff, but it's the kind of stuff that in my mind I'm thinking. And then I hear people saying, I heard, and it's like, yeah, I already see that. You can see it on their faces. You can see what's happening. You can see it on their faces if they're real people. Lee Harvey says he got what I did on the first one, and I did it good on the third one. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. On the third one, I had 20 questions written down, and there were some other questions that I could have asked John, but I realized, that I had to knock those ones off because they were coming from a triggered place, and I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to come on John's show 2 times in a row and push the boundaries. I'm surprised he didn't boot me from the first show. I think he understood what I was talking about, but I don't think I put him on the spot. I just think I put the show itself on the spot with my own hyper excessive introspection. Tim Osmond knows what I'm talking about. That fucking piece of shit. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. And what I was saying, I'm not even going to go there. What I said that night explains itself. Okay, so Adam Doty left because he found things out about Patricia that freaked him out. I mean, I don't know where I heard it, but wasn't it a rumor that somebody said something to somebody about Adam Doty had this big crush on Patricia? I mean, are you serious, guys? Is there really this person out there in the world, this Patricia Steer? This shit really exists. There's this woman out there, this rich psychopath that just goes around fucking old men. Forgive me. Take it back. I'm an old man. She just goes around screwing dudes, just hop along, Patty. And like all these fucking dudes fall for her. Guys, there's still a possibility that she could be a transvestite. And I'm not just saying that to be a dickhead. There's a strong possibility that that is a man. And all these guys are just sweating her nuts, man. All these guys. Is that shit real? I mean, it's just too much. It's just comedy at that point. It's just sad. It's just sad, pathetic tragedy and comedy at the same fucking time. If that's real. This Patricia person's a real person, and all these fucking chumps just sweat her nuts. Disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. Hey, Lori, my girlfriend, she's a fan of yours too. So I hope you don't mind when we chat. She's gonna be there on the side, and because she'll want to talk to you too. She's super cool, obviously. She's with me. Come on now. But yeah, we'll hang out. You and me. I think a lot more people are saying how fake and empty she is. These people, I don't know if they're just blind followers of her. I think they're blind followers of a concept that she pretends to represent and head up. She has her little YouTube channel and her Facebook buddies, and she wants to pop her face up there and have the same group of people on over and over and sit there and say that it's some kind of flat earth revolution. Well, Patty, it might be more believable if you had all kinds of new people on there all the time. Then maybe you'd be talking. Maybe you wouldn't look like you were so fucking full of shit. People are gonna watch you. It's sad. People are gonna watch. People are gonna fucking watch Patty. But that's the nature of the beast, you know. And like Antonio in the little silly video that he was showing us, some of that's pretty much true. Psychology, psychiatry is a big bullshit industry, but the studies on sociopaths, most of that stuff is true. And she heavily exhibits signs and conforms to many of the MOs, the modus operandi of someone who is, I don't know if the right term is diagnosed or, stated to be, someone with a complete lack of empathy. Ex-stranger is the one who debated Stefan Molyneux, supposedly. Well, no, I think I heard it. I think my friend heard it, and then he showed me a sample. John Watson's in the house. John Watson's in the house. Tinfoil Hatter, of course, is in the house. Has been. Basically since the get. Man, you guys are going off. I love this. Smashed potato party. Bunch of sad dudes out there. You shouldn't fuck with cocaine. This shit's disgusting. Maybe some of the shit people were seeing on the Skype chats with the potato brass freaked them out. I can imagine the horrors. We're talking about sociopaths. Maybe it takes one to know one. You know, whatever. Or maybe I'm just really fucking observant. Yeah, I want to spill the beans real bad about the behind the scenes. One of the behind the scenes things that happened with me. But I can't, because it will paint an innocent person in a bad light. And I'm just not gonna do it. You know, maybe the group of people in this room that have been wronged and have seen and heard horrible things about a particular group of other people, a very specific particular group of other people. Maybe the people in this room are kind of like the white cells that are trying to eradicate the bad stuff. You know, because it's like you guys just don't even mind when Jed and when VB and when John LeBon and some other people, for different varying reasons, when we attack the shit out of the potatoes. I mean, it's gotten sad now. Like after watching episode 132, those people are just like, they're borderline children, some of them. And you know, there's a couple of smart people on that panel, or people that have the potential to be respected in some way under the right circumstances for limited amounts of time, but or in limited ways. But that group, seems to want more than, seems to go for more than is rightfully theirs. If anything, that's what that group of people is guilty of. You know, everyone has the right to get on here and share and participate and do things their own way and with who they want, when they want, how they want. Of course they do. But when you start using the social aspect of the social media in nefarious ways or with nefarious intentions, that's when you're crossing a line. That's when you're infringing on other people's truth, journey, and experience. And that's why you guys don't mind it when Jed and myself and others attack them. It's great. You guys can go off on them in these comments. This is beautiful. I got to handle business here. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Okay, guys. Sweet. What time is it? 1:30. Well, we've been going over an hour, right? Okay. Intermission, guys. Bathroom break. Whatever you want to call it. It's 1:26 a.m. where I'm at. I'll be back at 1:31 a.m. We do need to have a spill show. You know, I'd host it. I would host it. But we'd only have, 9 viewers. Unless we all really promoted the shit out of it. And, I'd start the show. And I'd even spill what little stuff I know. Just to kick it off. And set the pace. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, good night, Victoria. John Watson. Fantastic comments, by the way. Through and through all the time. They're all about leading and controlling the narrative and causing division. Exactly how the elite operate. Lori Gale says, it is so refreshing to see people come out like this and speak their minds. Thank you very much, Lori. Thank you. Because she gets a lot of heat from doing it. So when others do it too, it helps. John Watson says, they get a few genuine people in like Martin to give them some kind of credibility. It don't work with me. Lori Gill says Martin doesn't like her anymore. John Watson says, I've been saying it for months now. Lori, that's why they block my comments. Lori would promote it. Invite Adam Joseph. The other night I tried making contact with Adam Joseph Doty on Skype. And I'm really in the dark. And I don't really care that much, but, the guy was always around there. I was generally not too tough on that guy. I tried to ask him what's going on, and he is kind of ran from it. I'm not trying to embarrass him. I wanted to. If he had a falling out with that group of people, I think it's funny. I want to know about it. You could talk to me, bro, and tell me. Rob, I started at midnight here. That was an hour 36 ago. It's all good though. I'm going for more. I'm going for a while more. Rob says much respect to Lori Gale. John Watson says hi, Rob. John Watson wants a heart, from Rob. Tinfoil Hatter says, I'd like to see everyone liking each other, but what are the chances of that, right? He's got nothing against any characters, that's fine. Lori Gale raises a good point and says, she doesn't want characters. She wants real people. Real people. Much respect, Rob. Tim Foreheader talking about Eric Dubay. As far as I'm concerned, seems like he's 70%, 80, 90% responsible for the fact that any of us are really sitting here talking about flat Earth when we do talk about flat Earth. I think people should just leave that guy alone. Just let him be. Let him fucking be. Who cares? If he even still makes videos, just keep sub to him and just watch him. If you're going to be a hater, you're going to watch him anyways. You're a fucking fan. Chris Truth Seekers in the house. Fisk Ito. See, tinfoil. Eric Dubay, you're saying that Eric Dubay banned you, but you're still a fan, right? That's totally honest of you. It's very honest of you. And that's very respectable. Okay, Lori. All right, Lori, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for joining. How could anyone beef with Lori Gale? Fucking serious? see what's going on in the chat. Chris Truth Seeker. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? Dealies. What's up, man? Dealies, that's you playing guitar, right? On that one video about Antonio, the solos. I love that. I love that. I put it on my light. Yeah, it was good. You were saying something about my tuning in one of my videos, but that's that's standard. I know it's not the there's the two different hertz tunings or whatever. Yeah, we're trying to jam over the little bass lines that I've laid down, that I was just playing around with. And do you tune to that alternate frequency? Yeah, I mean standard or whatever, the higher one. Like everybody. Well, I guess not like everybody. There's a lot of music when you go back from the 60s. If you listen to the original cuts, you can see that they're in the other frequency. Songs like Sunshine Superman by Donovan. Wake the Sheeple, you don't know about D. Lee's? Good stuff. Wake the Sheeple's been with me for a long time. Showing support. Too much whammy bar action. Too much whammy. Thanks, Wake the Sheeple. I know it's hard to avoid the drama because that's all that's left. That's all that's left. There's a strong theory that exists in this world, really strong theory, that proposes the notion that the earth is flat. It's very believable. It's very convincing. I found a little bit of a shortcut, a cheap way out, roundabout. Calling myself a flat earth dogmatist. It's multi-layered. And bottom line is this. Go outside and look around. You don't see curve. To you, philosophically and visually, maybe not even physically, but visually and philosophically, to you, the earth is flat. Proving the physical nature of it, I don't see anybody doing it or really trying to do it. People can complain and say that flat earthers are not doing that and therefore are not proving jack shit, and complain that flat earth is just a stupid man's replacement. But calling yourself a dogmatist about flat earth and saying that philosophically and visually the earth is flat, you don't really have to answer for much more than that. People can kind of just go suck it at that point. Well, hey, I'm looking, it's fucking flat. Philosophically, that's where all the flat earth proofs and all the evidences lie, is that mountain of theoretical and philosophical and partially physical circumstantial evidence. D-Lees, you got to get a grinder, bro. You got to get a grinder. Save that keef. Oh, you wonder if John LeBon smokes? I'm sure during one of his videos he's referenced whether or not he smokes at some point. D-Lees, if you got any snippets you want to contribute to the show via chat, feel free. Live comment response. Hey. Yeah, I thought so too. I can neither confirm nor deny. That's private business. That's a man's private business. No, just tell me whatever you got to tell me. Just write it in the text. You think Antonio was right after watching the video that he did? Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is what I was talking about earlier. Watching that video, watching him make that case against Patricia, it's beyond believable. It's assuming that she's a real person and that they're not both actors, and then this is not all some kind of weird script. Don't know why. But it could be a group of people not even working for the government that just feel like scripting their own drama for the sake of getting YouTube viewers. That's a possibility too, you know. But if we assume that this group of people is real or, you know, exists, but that amongst each other they play characters and who knows what the hell happens with them. And assuming that they're real people, and he made this video about Patricia, and the stories that he's telling, they make perfect fucking sense, man. Perfect sense. It's entirely believable. However, this seems ridiculous, but it would also be fair to say this. Patricia, whether or not she informed him of the fact that she had no intentions of actually staying there with him the whole time she was fucking with the guy. And this is all, this is all fucking complete speculation, as they say. Regardless of whether or not, and whether he thought she was for real or whatever. There's a possibility. You have to be honest and you have to say there's a possibility that Antonio was even worse than her. And what's happening here is Antonio, having been dumped, is being a psychopath and telling stories about things that he did to Patricia. But are really things that, or are saying that those things is what she did to him. He did sound honest. It's hard to tell, right? If it was a script, you can't see Patricia agreeing to do it. Why? Because it just makes her look like Hopalong. It makes Patricia look like a nasty ass Hopalong. Is that what? Is that why? see there's a possibility that they were just dating, just messing around. He knew that she wasn't sticking around. He knew that she had this house. There's all these possibilities, man. It's fun to speculate. You know, I guess they win and shit when we sit here and speculate. But for right now, it's something for me to do. Seems like it seems like there's a reason for all of it. The microphone. I mean, that microphone is like, it could be anywhere from 1,500 to fucking 3,500, maybe even 7,000. It could be. It could also be a $290 knockdown. I don't know. Man, I should close that damn window. I keep seeing stupid ass shadows. Probably $15 on eBay. Could just be a prop. Could be a $3,500 microphone that's broken, and the real microphone's somewhere else, and she just puts that one in front of her face. San Antonio's a good actor. He's a good actor if it is all fake. It's a blue, $300. See, $290. I called it. See, but it's one of those ones that's meant to look like a studio mic that costs like $5,000, like when you're cutting tracks in a professional studio. John LeBon. Is that the real John LeBon? I don't believe it's the real John LeBon. I'm hit my 2-hour mark right now. Well, this is my inaugural episode. Oh. Oh no. Let's check out and see what's going on in the chat. Oh yeah. It's the real John LeBon in the house. John LeBon's always out and about, having a good time, enjoying the weather. I know that to be true personally. John Watson, who are the players? John Watson, what's your opinion on Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, John Watson? Tell me what you think. Please. Thank you. Thank you. So, anyways, as I was saying, John LeBon is interested in knowing what John Watson has to say about Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. You think Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole is older than he acts? Says Chris Truth Seeker. D. Lee says Nathan is damage control. Nathan damage control Oakley. Darth is in on it for sure. If something is actually going on. And someone else says Nathan is a psychopath for show. For show. Like that. You know, Martin Liedke has been subscribed to Validation Boy for a long time. He's always been friendly towards me. But there were times when I have my reasons to let's see what's going on. Fisquito says that he thinks David was his PE teacher, his phys ed teacher. You think Martin's just a loyal follower? Flat Earth Fight Club wants to know if he touched you too, Fisk. John LeBon seems surprised as he asks John Watson if when did Dirth admit that he's in it for the cash? You know that to be. Come on. See, this is good shit right here. This is where the show really happens. These shows are the chats. All these people in here, half these people, most of these people in here are banned from larger chat platforms, castrating their social media experience. That's some bullshit. Castrating the fuck out of some people's. And at the same time, enhancing the fuck out of some people's. Other people's. There's such a thin line between saying, you know, you want to make money off truth, you're a sellout. There's such a thin line between saying that. and saying something a lot more complimentary, something a lot more nice about the whole money situation. But money makes the fucking food appear on the table. Money fucking is how you have a place to call your own, even if it's just some tiny, studio apartment somewhere. If you have money, at least you can have that to yourself. You could just live on the road. You could just squat. You could live off the land. I heard this jackass last night, or 2 nights ago, say 2 really stupid things. Well, the first stupid thing he did was just a blindside attack, a blindside diss on pretty well respected guy named Russian Vids, saying that Russian Vids is just way too paranoid, and some quotes and roundabout, maybe paraphrase, maybe a little bit of a quote. He makes truthers in general look stupid. But the second stupid thing that the guy said, I just find this funny. I don't know. I mean, call me whatever you want to call me. But the second thing he said was that Jaren single-handedly bears the entire weight of the flat earth on his shoulders. What do you guys in the chat have to say about that? The tree vids was a classic example of them trying to cash in and bring ridicule at the same time, says John Watson. Well stated. Well stated. Question from John LeBon. To be fair, why do people like Dee Lees and John Watson watch so many Flat Earth shows? Rob asks, why do you? John Watson says, I don't watch shows. Flat Earth Fart Club says, I only watch Virtual Boy. John Watson wants to know from John LeBon, hey, do you think you are the only one that scrutinizes Hangouts? D. Lees is coming around and saying he's probably going to listen to more John LeBon and a lot less potatoes. Which, hey, to me, that sounds like a really good thing, and it sounds like it makes a lot of sense. Hold on. Well, John LeBon and John Watson. You guys are going at it pretty fucking hard. Pretty fucking hard, bro. It's pretty classic. I feel like I should maybe fucking read all of it onto this show. I think I'm going to go ahead and fucking read it onto the show. You motherfuckers, man. Good job. All right, hold on. All right. Flat Earth Fart Club says, I only watch Virtual Boy. John Watson says, do you think you're the only one that scrutinizes Hangouts, John LeBon? You know, John LeBon says, your channel has zero content. So it seems you don't produce anything, which makes you nothing but a consumer. Don't pretend otherwise. Oh, shit. Lee Harvey Hitler says, well, of course he does. John, and oh, man. Lee Harvey Hitler says, well, of course he does, John. And, he watches them. He watches them better than anyone else. He watches them better than anyone else, too. John Watson thinks John LeBon has lost touch with reality. Flatter's Fart Club says Patty's cock is bigger than JLB's ego. Oh, man. John LeBon says you can attack me all you like. It doesn't change the fact that you're going to watch my future content. Did you guys see Nathan asking Bob about geocentrism today? No, you know what? I didn't. I didn't even know there was a show today. I forgot about that whole Nathan Oakley Bob thing. Did X Stranger come on the show? John Watson says his content is out there. John LeBon says he thinks that he thinks there's a possibility that they're scared of geocentrism. Nathan and his scripted questions are so cute, says Rob. Rob says, yeah, let's sub them all because their Christmas special's coming up soon. I think Nathan and Bob talked on Nathan Oakley 1980. How about Patty's introduction? Okay, here's John LeBon saying, how about Patty's intro on yesterday's secret show? She started by basically trying to calm the audience down. Yeah. Well, she started with this army of loyal devotees that half of them, you probably missed this earlier, but half of them, she looked like she had forced them to be there or coerced them to be there. I was talking about it earlier. Go back later. John says, we're free. We don't believe in flat earth. We know. Oh, no. He's saying that what they're talking about is we are all free. There are no leaders. We don't believe in flat earth. We know. They're scared of genuine skepticism, scared shitless. Chris Truth Seeker called me out saying that someone has the giggles. Well, such is life. Such is life. But thank you. Good times. Good times. Good times. John LeBon. Huh. Let's see. John LeBon says, have you guys noticed that all the big shows now have about a dozen moderators? It is to make their followers feel like they are part of something. It's crowd psych 101. Rob predicts that one of them's gonna spawn a demon child on Christmas Day, and he bets 50 quid. D-Lee's skipped through the secret show because it was all bullshit. It was. It was all basically just I mean, is Patricia scared that her thousands of followers are reduced to like this group of like 12, maybe 15 people that she can count on to be there for a live show with her? Is that what her whole life is? Imagine if that's what her whole life is. It's fucking weird, man. Okay. The moderator feels more special, makes him go along with the leaders. It's true. Lee Harvey Hitler says, I am banned from the potatoes, from Martin's, from Flat Earth Conspiracy, all for just asking questions. John Watson says, I'm sure there's a message he wants us to glean from his comments. Something new and novel we haven't thought about and discussed before. Flat Earth Fight Club says, I will never ban you, Lee Harvey. I mean, I don't know how this could be true. John LeBon asks,
Lee, is it a real ban or a shadow ban? They have shadow banned heaps of people. Shadow bans are not obvious. So many people type away, not knowing that nobody can see their posts except for them. Unless I get a job with the potatoes. Says Flat Earth Fight Club. Banned either way. Interesting. You know, let's see what else is going on. You know, what are we looking at? What time is it? We've gone 2 hours and 26 minutes. Take it a few more minutes. You know, this show's about to end. I don't even know. Maybe I should. What should I title the show? Yeah, it's nothing but good times. You know, at best, we're at our peak right now. 14 viewers. So that's 8 real people. 1 person with 6 accounts. We're looking good. You know, topic of the day. I'm always looking for one. I originally started this show. I wanted to come on and talk about some race baiting bullshit that I heard about some veteran who was hamburger was taken from him because supposedly some white guy who was also a veteran said that the black guy couldn't prove that he was in the military. I was going to talk about the multiple layers of social control, some mind control, sociological mind control that were at play with the whole situation, involving, even so far as involving Trump's and his whiteness, replacing 8 years. 4 years which were after a re-election of a black president. I was going to talk about that, but can't get anybody on the air with me. So I'm going to have to rely on my strong chat room. I mean, you guys are blazing. Yeah, seriously. All right. So here's the deal. You guys are going so hardcore and strong that you give me, oh, it's 2:30. I'll be back in 5, at the very, very most 6 minutes. I swear to you, and we'll be refreshed and we'll get busy and we'll start reading some of you guys' magnificent chat room posts. Thank you for sticking with me. Don't act surprised. We're back. All of us together again. All of us, we're all together. We're back. All right, let's see what was said. This is some good chat. This is quality chat. This is what happens when you let real people in your chat room. This is what happens when you let real people in your chat room. You get good times. Good times. Here's what you get. How about the title? Getting high and talking with VB. Well, first you have to prove it. Flat Earth Fight Club says something. There was an error, clerical error going on there. Sorry. I should do it earlier. D-Lee says I should do it earlier next time. Get more viewers. I know this to be true. Earlier in the broadcast, Lori Gale and I discussed it. Lee Harvey Hitler had to peace out on everybody. John Watson wants to discuss Ball Earth conspiracies. All right. John Watson says that 9/11 is a Ball Earth conspiracy. I mean, in a way, in a way, but at the same time, if the Earth were flat, (9/11) could still be a scam that was pulled off successfully, regardless of the shape of the Earth. That's my initial reaction to your comment. D. Lees wants to know why John Kerry went to Antarctica. Was researching it today and couldn't find jack shit. And the thing about that is that John Kerry, prove he went to Antarctica. And even so, if he did he not just get the same tour everybody else gets? Or maybe he got more of a tour. Or maybe there's many more levels higher than him. Or maybe you'll never fucking know. Because what are the chances you're going to go down there and find out for yourself? Find out even if there is a real standing army or not. Charlie Hebdo is a ball Earth conspiracy, that's for damn sure. The hoax moon landings are a ball Earth conspiracy. Not necessarily. If the Earth is a flat plane and the moon is a hologram or some other kind of reflection of something else, or is an unexplainable non-physical entity, or is plasmic, or who knows what. That could still be faked successfully to further an agenda, regardless of the shape of the Earth. JFK more than one shooter is a baller conspiracy. I mean, baller's conspiracy in the way that it's a low-level disinformation subsector of a much larger conspiracy, then yeah, I see that. UFOs are a ball Earth conspiracy. Well, that's for sure, because outer space is inherently, well, that can't be said. What am I talking about? UFOs could come from another area on a larger flat plane. Because remember, we can't prove a sphere or flat. No one can prove either yet. Absolutely. With absolute certainty. Yet. Only through facts, figures, numbers can they think they can prove that it's a globe. It's a big fucking stalemate. Israel deliberately attacked the USS Liberty is a baller conspiracy. Yeah. I mean, maybe you're mistaking pre-knowledge of the flat Earth conspiracy. Anything that you knew about before finding out that the Earth is flat. Is that what you're throwing all these things into in this category as all Earth conspiracies? From like associating them with a time before in life? Rob says JLB is tolerable. Delise wants some of what I have got going on over here. Well, there's definitely no oils here. This is e-vape. Nicotine level 3, very low. And it's sour flavored. It's extreme sour. It's like Sour Patch Kids flavored, like tart ass sour. Kofo 72 is in the house too. Wow. Up to 14 viewers again. Fisquito says, VB, what's your email? I got a good screenshot photo for you. Oh, man. I'll get back with you later. So we got Rob, who complimented Kofo72's recent videos. So that means I should probably go check those out too. We got Flat Earth Fight Club, who says, when they go to johnlebon.com, they're welcome to be sure to buy a personal training session. John Watson wants me to keep going, but I think I already got to the point. I mean, you're kind of like saying all these conspiracy theories are just things that are pre-flat Earth. I mean, flat Earth is the big umbrella, but at the same time, it's not that every single conspiracy under the umbrella, except for the very capstone of the umbrella, if you want to say relatively as far as right now, if you want to say that the flat Earth is maybe something sort of like a capstone of your flat Earth, and that these things are automatically all ball Earth that are underneath that top thing. It's not really fair because each thing is its own thing. Now, there's definite ball Earth oriented conspiracies like satellites. Well, not necessarily. Well, satellites, I think, inherently are involved with something that's orbiting. So that would necessarily incorporate a sphere. So I guess satellites are a ball Earth conspiracy, but like, see, like we're saying, the moon landings, that could be possible on a flat plane too. We already talked about that though. Let's move on. Rob has a very insightful comment to contribute, saying, Flat Earth would be appearing to eclipse other conspiracies, but only in the minds of Flat Earth folk, in my opinion. John Watson says that John LeBon attaches all conspiracies to Flat Earth in an attempt to ridicule us. That's the point. But I don't think that that's what John LeBon does. At times, he has appeared to ridicule flat earthers, but he's also at the same time ridiculed all truthers or all non-truthers. Pretty much everyone. And when we talk about flat earth, we have to remember that the only real honest approach to being able to call yourself a flat earther is that you have to come to terms with the fact that you can't prove it, and you're probably not going to ever be able to truly prove it. And if not even prove it to others, truly prove it to yourself. It's probably not going to happen. You're probably not going to get the opportunity to really truly know the shape of the earth. So therefore you have to just dogmatically believe and say, that the earth is flat. And the only real way to get around any issues you might find that arise from that are the way around it is to just say to yourself, look, wherever I'm at, visually and philosophically, the earth is flat. You know, I said it earlier, but it's come full circle again. Well, in John LeBon's, you're saying here that yes, oh yes, he does. I got the recording of him saying so. Well, I mean, that's neither here nor there. That it's really irrelevant. And John LeBon's been very candid lately and openly stating the fact in his Metaphay 000 episode. He mentions the fact that you know, he's trolled people before and he's just gone out just to trigger. And we're all guilty of it. We're all in need of introspection. That's all. He's just being introspective. I mean, I don't think that he has as any at all. I don't think he has bad intentions. I don't think he does. I don't know. I just don't know if like people misunderstand the graduated level at which he is approaching things. So they take it personal when he comes out and warns his viewers, hey, 99% of you people are probably too fucking stupid to even get what I'm going to say for the next 2 hours. So just turn it off now. He says that, and many people are like, oh, I'm a lot fucking smarter than you think, buddy. And they get all pissed off. But the real truth is, out of, let's just say, a percentage of those people watch it, anyways, even if they're mad, they're still not going to get what he's saying, and they're probably going to turn it off. Or if they make it all the way through to the end, they missed most of it, and they're honest about it to themselves. But publicly, they'll be like, no, I get everything he's saying, and this, that, and the other. People don't get him. You just don't get it. You don't get it. It's a graduated level. Certain people are at different levels. We're all at different levels. People take shit personally because they're too empathetic, especially when he shows his face, you know, and when anyone shows their face. D. Lees admits that John LeBon has had him triggered a lot. But he finally realizes why, so he's going to give him a chance and listen to his next show. But only if he has guests, not just him talking solo for 3 hours. John Watson says he calls us all retards. I don't think so. I don't think he's calling us retards. If you are at the point where you're watching John LeBon and Validation Boy and stuff, I mean, there's a chance you're, you know, but like, I don't think that many of the people that would be watching both him and me and other similar, you know, channels could fairly be called retards. I don't know, but I can't speak for John LeBon also. I can't. But I mean, if you're already at this point and you already get everything he says, then why do you think he's talking to you? When he's dissing the camera. He's not talking to you. He's talking to stupid. If you get where he's coming from and you like what he's saying, even though it is meant to sort shit out. Sort the people out. How can you be so mad? I mean, you either get it or you don't. And if you feel like you're watching John LeBon and you're being abused by it, then you should just turn it off. I mean, like, who wants to be abused? But I mean, if you already watching him and you're at the point where you could potentially get it, what he's saying, then you should feel like, I think as a viewer, you should feel like, yeah, I relate to what you're saying, man. And that's about as far as it goes. It's pretty simple transaction. It's a pretty fair and simple fucking transaction. And excuse my language. Context of meaning, though. D. Lee says, yeah, listen to the 000 episode. He told us why he does what he does. And yeah. That's the one I came on and asked him 10 questions, 10, 15 questions. And I hope that my questions, he took this time and had some really nice, elaborate answers for them. And I just let him go because they were big questions. John Watson's never called anyone a retard because they have a different view. Stupid cunt, maybe, but never a retard. John Watson says, I know exactly what he's doing and I resent it. And no way he gets called out on this shit, same as everyone. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's totally fair. It's cold. It's only fair. It's only fair. If you feel like you're being abused by watching a YouTuber, but you're not enjoying it, because you can like watch something that like, I don't know. There's a fine line. I think with John LeBon, you either get what he's saying or you don't get it. And that's not to say that his content is good or bad or anything. It's just if your mind is operating in the same pattern that his mind is operating in, then you will enjoy the experience of watching his channel. I mean, he's entertaining. He's here to entertain. And I'm here to entertain too. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. All right, we just hit the 3-hour mark. Well, here's the thing. If you want to JLB, as he answered in one of my questions to him, said he follows a pattern, a definitive pattern of what he's going to do. Well, here's what you said. John LeBon likes to come over all tongue-in-cheek with his comments, but what he's doing is insulting you to your face in a roundabout way rather than a full-on rant. That's the worst kind of person. And he can insult you, but you think it's a joke. It's not. Well, I think if you get him, you know that it's not a joke. If you understand what he's saying, you know that he's not kidding at all. So if you're at a point where you're thinking that he's throwing jabs and tongue-in-cheek insulting, I don't know, then you might be hung up on some kind of like, excuse me, some other kind of like personal prejudice or something in whatever form. Maybe it's his voice, or maybe it's he reminds you of somebody or makes you think of something or something. Maybe there's something that personal that you just are hung up on. Because I don't see why you wouldn't, understand what his general idea, I don't want to sit here and, speak for John LeBon or defend him or whatever. So I know it's all good. It's no big deal. This is a troll's paradise, as I proclaimed in the video, the promo video. All right, guys, we passed the three hour mark. I'm gonna have to call it a show. D. Lee's peacing out. Thanks, bro. Thanks for sticking around. To all 11 who are watching, I don't know who you are. Maybe Rob, Kofo, maybe Flat Earth Fight Club. Come on, bro. And it's pink. It's pink. Flat Earth Fight Club. Bro, what are you thinking? Oh, man. I really hope, you know what? If Flat Earth Fight Club's not Timmy, if that's not you, Timmy, then whoever it is, please accept my apology. But if you're who I think you really are, get out of here, bro. All right. Much love, much respect. John Watson, hanging out since day one. Everybody else in the chat, Rob, everybody else. It's good having you all in here, calling it the show.